Hi guys, I don't think there's a bandwagon that Nigel Farage hasn't jumped on, and I guess he's even led his own. But the attempts to turn the victims of the grooming gangs into a political football has gone beyond disgusting and entered the realm of frankly stupid and bizarre. So the MP for Clacton made a rare appearance in the House of Commons to attack the Labour government's rejection of the idea of another public inquiry, and what he said Reform UK will do instead demonstrates either that the guy doesn't know what he's talking about or that he's just trolling the victims. Have a listen.
What we need and what we're calling for is a rifle shot inquiry, one that looks specifically at to what extent were gangs of Pakistani men raping young white girls. Because ultimately, it seems to me there's a deep racist element behind what happened. Now, I might be right, I might be wrong, but doesn't the country deserve a full, open national inquiry? And I'll say this, if the government won't do this, and I do believe there is now overwhelming support on all sides of the political spectrum for this, and Parliament should not be in denial about this, if it doesn't, then we will raise the money at Reform UK and appoint independent arbiters, because we need the truth to be out there. Now I will vote with the amendment that's been put forward by the Leader of the Opposition, although I do note that as Women and Equalities Minister from 2022 to 2024, she didn't meet a single victim of these rapes and never raised the issue once. Insincere though it may be, I will vote for it, we will vote for it, but I beg those on the other side of the House to think, don't you believe that your constituents need to know the truth about this great evil that has happened in our country?
Hear.
Okay, so I want to go back to the point that Nigel Farage raised here about, well, look, if you're not going to go with the public inquiry, then we will do it. Reform UK will fund a public inquiry. Okay, there are a few points to raise in respect to that. So in 2005, the UK Parliament passed the Inquiries Act 2005, and this set out the guidelines and the procedures necessary to hold a public inquiry. Now, Farage has mentioned about having an independent arbiter. Yes, that makes sense. You'd need to appoint somebody like a senior judge or a legal figure, somebody with expertise. Now, it's not just that. You also need a panel of experts to look into this subject. Now, where is the funding going to come from? He mentioned, well, Reform UK will organise the funding. Well, who? From whom? Because is it going to be a case of Elon Musk paying for this? Because as we saw with the recent public inquiry, it went on for 7 years and it cost £200 million. So if Farage is going to have something similar, even at half the price, we're still talking about £100 million. Now, who's going to pay for that? Is it going to be Elon Musk? I highly doubt it. Now, apart from having an arbiter, you also have to have other staff. You have to have legal advisors, researchers, administrative staff, communications personnel. That's a big team of people that need to be carrying out this work. You need facilities. You need a suitable venue to do the recordings, both in public sessions and private sessions. I honestly don't think that Nigel Farage has put much thought into this idea. And then when it comes to the gathering of evidence, you need to have a team collecting all these resources, managing them, analysing the evidence, including documentation, witness statements, and expert testimonies. So there's a lot of things that have to be collected over a long period of time. There has to be public engagement as well. It can't be just, well, we'll do it all behind closed doors. So there has to be a way to engage with the public, setting up maybe a website, public notices, opportunities for public submissions as well are necessary. And then it all has to be communicated to the public so that the public know that this is going on and how it's proceeding. So, and of course, there's also the some sort of monitoring of this as well, that it's not done behind the scenes and that it is completely transparent. So would Reform UK be willing to engage in that way, or is this just Nigel Farage, standing up in the House of Commons, ranting and raving and trying to turn once again the victims of this situation into a political football? I don't think he's serious. I think he's just trying to score points here. Let me know in the comment section, guys, what you think. As always, your comments are greatly appreciated. Thanks a lot.